standing in front of the door.
Whatever who comes to the octagon and try to take that belt for me, gonna have a hard time. Nobody can do that right now.
His bones are gonna break. His bones are no stronger than Lesnar's bones. I'll snap them off.
I want to submit this guy so they will have no questions who is the best, fight in the world.
Roberto Traven was a 4-time world champion, more decorated than Nogueira ever was at jiu-jitsu, and I broke his arm in a minute.
My ground game level is better than his. That's gonna be a difference in this match.
I just want to beat him at every position. He's not very good at kicking. His legs are brittle.
His weakness, that's his endurance. I'm gonna attack this guy in the first 3 minutes, and they're gonna lose his endurance. That's the way I'm gonna finish that fight.
He can't pass my guard, and I'll sweep him, toss him around, and if I see a submission, I'll choke him.
Everything he tried doesn't work on me because I'll be stronger than him. I'll be faster than him. He won't surprise me. I'm gonna win that fight.
I'm gonna be fighting odds that most people don't think that I can overcome.
There he goes. And it is all over. Beautiful jiu-jitsu. Is back. That's the Frank Mir we remember.
What better situation to be in? I have everything to gain.
Now you'll see Frank Mir.
Nothing to lose.
Where it was all about talent, it wasn't about training. Now he says, I'm training year-round, I feel great, I'm fully recovered from the motorcycle accident, mentally and physically, and I will be the best ever Frank Mir here tonight.
No one wants to see that more than me. I'm a huge Frank Mir fan. He's one of the most intelligent guys to ever fight in MMA. The way he breaks down fights, if you listen to his commentary in the WEC, very, very smart guy. It's just his dedication has always been a thing that's been questioned. I mean, if I was one of Frank Mir's friends, I would throw a hood over his head, kidnap him, and drag him to American Top Team and leave him there for 2 months. That's really what he needs. Has he pushed himself that hard here in Vegas where he's comfortable? We're going to have to find out. But he's a very happy man. He's got a family, a beautiful family, beautiful wife, very content, loves to stay here in Vegas. I mean, look, he's got great training here. He's got Robert Drysdale, who's one of the best submission stylists in the world, who's working with him on his jiu-jitsu. Ken Hahn, his striking coach. So he's got great training here. Just has he pushed himself to the extent that he needs to fight a warrior like Minotauro? I mean, Minotauro has been in the trenches. I mean, you're talking about a guy who's incredibly resilient. Frank Mir is going to have just a huge gas tank to defeat this man.
Not only a warrior, Joe, but one of Frank Mir's idols. Someone he has looked up to and respected for a long time. There's no villain in this matchup. Frank Mir, Minotauro Nogueira, class acts, arguably the two best ground fighters as heavyweights in the history of MMA, at least 2 of the 3 or 4. And Minotauro Nogueira, as you mentioned, never been stopped and has been in the deep, deep, deep water on frequent occasion.
If you want to know how deep water Minotauro's been in, watch the Bob 75 pounds of supplements in Japan. Bob was a giant freak show that didn't even look like a human being. Picked him up, pile drived him, threw him all over the place, and eventually Minotauro just got through it and got him in an armbar. I mean, it was the most unbelievable fight ever. It was like Gracie won.
He has gone the distance as Minotauro Nogueira 13 times in his mixed martial arts career. The only man in the history of the sport to hold the Pride and UFC heavyweight belts. This belt he holds now is the interim belt. He was the first Pride heavyweight champion. He held that title for 2 years. In fact, from 2000 to 2003, Minotauro Nogueira went unbeaten in 14 straight fights.
This guy is so resilient. I mean, you want to talk about this is a guy that got run over by a truck when he was a kid. He was in a hospital for a year. They didn't think he was going to be able to walk again, and now he strangles people for a living.
20 of his 31 career victories have come by submission. His reputation is one as being impossible to knock out. He's been pounded, as we mentioned, in a number of fights. He's gotten knocked down 5 times, but he has never been knocked out. Nogueira against Mir.
Heath Herring came the closest to knocking him out, in my opinion. Hit him with a huge kick to the head, dropped him. Heath just hesitated a little and didn't jump on him and wasn't able to close the deal, but that was very close. Heath had him in bad trouble.
Both men are excellent on the ground. The difference may very well be the battle on the feet. Our tale of the tape for this UFC interim title fight. The Brazilian Minotauro Nogueira, 3 years the elder of the American Frank Mir. Everything else is pretty darn even. Mir, about 5 pounds heavier at the official weigh-ins. He will have a 2-inch reach advantage. With the official introductions, here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the co-main event of the evening. And now, 5 rounds for the interim UFC Heavyweight Championship. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu fighter holding a professional record of 11 wins with 3 losses. He stands 6 feet 3 inches tall, weighing in at 251 pounds. Fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, ladies and gentlemen, the former UFC Heavyweight Champion, Frank Mir! And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu fighter holding a professional record of 31 wins, 4 losses, 1 draw, and 1 no contest. He stands 6 feet 3 inches tall, weighing in at 246 pounds. Fighting out of Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, he is the interim UFC Heavyweight Champion, Antonio Rodrigo Minotauro Nogueira! And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the octagon is Herb Dean.
All right, gentlemen, we've been over the rules. Protect yourself at all times. Follow my instructions. We will have a clean fight. Touch gloves to make it official.
Back up.
Frank Mir.
Here we go, baby.
Minotauro Nogueira.
Back.
Oh, Minotauro says, let's go already.
Yeah, he wants to push Frank Mir.
2 fights
Ready.
tonight with titles on the line. This the first of 2. Mir comes out southpaw in the white trunks. Nogueira in the red trunks. Frank Mir looks for the head kick early. The two coaches on this most recent season of The Ultimate Fighter.
Nice inside leg kick by Frank Mir. If he can stay calm, keep a measured pace, maybe he'd be okay here. Nice jab by Mir.
Well, it seems like that's exactly what he's trying to do, is stay calm and show that measured pace that you talked about, Joe.
Oh, he's landing some nice shots here, Mike.
And now he gets the clinch and takes down Nogueira.
Very nice. You know what?
Start for Frank Mir.
Rico Rodriguez showed that you can nullify Nogueira's guard, stay on top of him as long as you're cautious. Don't let him get wrist control on you, because that's what he loves to do. Don't let him control your posture. Keep working him.
And these are two very, very decorated Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu mixed martial artists.
Look at this. Frank Mir lets him stand up. Mike, I really like the way Frank Mir's using his boxing here. His hands look excellent.
Working his striking with Ken Hahn and striking unlimited.
And you know one thing this is going to happen too, this early success, nice uppercut. The early success is going to calm him. He's going to feel more confident, and that's going to help his endurance as well. Nice inside leg kick by Mir.
Mir really putting together some nice combinations. Oh, he caught a jab that time though. 2 minutes into this title fight. Scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds.
You know, besides the Lesnar fight, this is probably the most significant test, at least on paper, in Frank Mir's career. And, you know, he is really showing that he has risen to the occasion.
Phil Baroni, former UFC fighter, spent a lot of time training with Frank Mir over the years, and he has been critical of his friend's conditioning and work ethic, but Baroni told some UFC insiders before this fight, Frank's really in shape, and Frank has worked his tail off harder than he had ever seen him work previously in his career.
Well, one good thing about it is that he got to see Minotauro for a long stretch while the guys were working together on The Ultimate Fighter. So he got to working with his team, training with those guys, and, you know, he had great fighters on his team, a lot of great guys to work with. That helped get him in great shape as well, and really helped motivate him competing against Nogueira as team coaches.
Really working the stand-up early. Frank Mir in the southpaw stance. Inside leg kick.
Good left hook by Mir.
Mir! Down goes Nogueira! Now he's been knocked down, but he's never been finished. Knocked down for the 6th time in his career. But
Mir's
Nogueira
got to be
has
careful
never
here.
been finished.
But you know what? The beautiful thing is, Mir has a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. It's going to be very hard to submit Mir.
And Mir makes a smart move there. If he's not going to finish it right there, don't blow out the gas tank.
Yeah, very smart move. Mir looks awesome. And Nogueira, to me, looks like he's just having a hard time pulling the trigger.
Well, when you talk about Minotauro Nogueira, it's a lot like you talk about Vanderlei Silva, one of the greatest ever, an MMA Hall of Famer. But when do those great, deep battles that they've been in catch up to you?
I really like the way Mir is throwing that uppercut.
Keep him clean.
Nice knee by Mir as well. Yeah, I mean, Nogueira's been in so many wars. The Fedor fights, he took so much punishment in those fights. The Crow Cop fight, until he stopped Crow Cop, until he took him down and got him in an armbar, he took some vicious shots, including a horrifying head kick. Of course, the Heath Herring fight, he was almost knocked out in that fight early, went on to win a decision, but, you know, he was battered in that fight.
Again, pushing forward with the combinations.
And we've said it so many times, that punishment counts. You know, it's like you have a number that you can reach. Big combination by Nogueira.
Mir looks confident.
Mir smiling, yeah.
Joe, remember Tim Sylvia had success in the first 2 rounds against Minotauro before he got caught by submission.
Yes, he did, but, you know, he knocked down Minotauro. He had Minotauro really badly hurt, but he made a big mistake in that fight.
He knocks him down again at the end of the first round.
Man, I'm telling you, Frank Mir looks outstanding. Look how calm he looks. Calm and confident, big smile on his face. If he can keep this up, this This would be a huge, huge upset.
Joe, that is the definition of a 10-8 round right there.
Oh, without a doubt. Maybe 10-7. He knocked him down twice. Let's take a look at this again. I mean, we've never seen Frank Mir's boxing look so good. Beautiful step in with the uppercut and straight left hand, straight down the pipe. I like that uppercut. Obviously, he's been working on that. And there's one knockdown. And I got to tell you, I mean, just real crisp boxing from Frank Mir. And look at him. Just smiles and raises his eyebrows. Very calm and confident Frank Mir. We were saying about guys taking punishment. It's like you have a number that you can reach. Like so many times you've been concussed, so many times you've been dropped, so many times you've taken a shot to the head. How many has Nogueira taken? How many does he have left on his card?
You know, you can make the argument more than anybody in MMA history.
Yeah.
He's delivered a few himself, though. Fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. Conditioning does not seem to be a factor yet for the very dominant Frank Mir. Brock Lesnar told us he wouldn't hate a rematch with Frank Mir.
I'll tell you what, Frank Mir looks outstanding, and Minotauro is moving straight back. He's not moving his head.
Frank again puts together combinations.
All Frank seems to have to do is just time it. I mean, besides being a great fighter, Frank is an awesome commentator. Really does a great job of breaking down positions and options and, you know, and giving real intelligent criticism about the fighters.
Well, in his preparation for fights, Joe, he said, and I quote, "I'm obsessed with studying fights." He has always been about being a mixed martial artist and a martial artist with his karate background with his father as a youngster. And when that was taken away from him for a number of months, maybe even years, because of the motorcycle accident and the recovery, it was hard on Frank Mir mentally. Minotauro.
Yeah, he wasn't the same for a long time after that.
Give him a lot of credit for fighting through that and finding his fighting spirit again.
Yeah, there was a lot of people that wrote him off. You know, after the Pay-to-Pano loss. Oh, again! That's it!
Nogueira has been finished for the first time ever!
Unbelievable!
Frank Mir will face Brock Lesnar!
Unbelievable! Wow! What a performance by Frank Mir! Frank Mir just pointed to Brock Lesnar and says, "You have my belt." Wow! What a performance by Frank Mir.
Mixed martial arts history made here tonight.
There was questions that a lot of people had about the preparation of Frank Mir. I think Frank answered all of them. With 5 stars. Just an awesome performance by Mir.
Knocked him down 3 times, and the third was the final time needed.
I mean, just outstanding. Not a scratch on his face.
And the great thing is Brock Lesnar told us before the fight, he doesn't believe he truly has the belt yet. Minotauro Nogueira finished for the first time in his mixed martial arts career in this, his 37th career fight. Take a look at it again. Frank's striking was so sharp. Nogueira is in shock and disbelief and still stumbling on his way up, because this has never happened to him before. He's a great man. He's a great competitor, was a great coach. He is defeated tonight by Frank Mir. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 54 seconds of round number 2. Declaring the winner by TKO, and now, the new interim UFC heavyweight champion of the world, Frank Mir.
All the hard work has paid off for a very emotional and well-deserved interim heavyweight champion, Frank Mir. Here's Joe.
All right, I'm here with a very happy, a very emotional Frank Mir. Frank, you picked a hell of a time to put on the most amazing performance of your career, the toughest test of your career. Talk us through what's going on in your head right now, man. You're very emotional. It's a phenomenal victory for you. Tell us what's going on in your head.
I've faced such demons after my wreck. To come back and fight the best heavyweight that ever fight in UFC.